started over. It was a life-changing situation where I started over, I regathered myself, and when you thought the world was over, the world's not over. It's just beginning. My name is Jamaica Queens, and now I just opened up a barbershop catering to people with autism. Been doing that for 20 years. I've been running a group home, and during my 20 years of going to different barbershops, I felt that there was a need for this type of service, for a barbershop that caters to people with autism. So I decided to open up this barbershop in Jamaica Queens. Currently I've been here about 3 years now. I go out, I go to different group homes, I go to different agencies and cut hair. I sometimes go to people's homes and cut hair. So whatever you need me to do, we'll do. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm a hustler. That's my bread and butter. I get up every day, grind from the morning to the night. I probably get maybe 4 hours of sleep, and I get up and do it all over again. But my main focus is hustling, and I work. I have 3 jobs: barbershop, I have a fragrance coming out, trying to do some clothing, just a lot of little things that I'm working on. You know, I'm a hustler, and that's what I do. Oh, I've been barbering since I would say junior high school. I used to cut some people's heads on the block and stuff like that, and then I used to cut hair out of my house. Did that for a while. And then actually came back to it about 3 years ago, where I needed to make some extra money, and I came up with the idea of opening up a barbershop for the autistic community. What people can expect from my channel, they can expect the truth, everyday life stuff that we go through, that I go through, that the person in the chair is probably going through, just everyday legitimate BS that we go through every day, trials and tribulations of life. What made me want to start a YouTube channel? I think because I look at a lot of footage out there, and I don't think people really, I think some of the stuff is really kind of made up a little bit, and I don't think they give too much of real life situations, you know. And only person that I really saw doing that was what's his name? Ami. I think that's his name, Ami. You know, he gives a lot of positive insights, and you know, tells people to get off their ass and get out there and get it and hustle. And I'm a hustler. Will Do actually is from a hustling standpoint. If you tell me to cut your grass, I'll do it. If you tell me to wash your car, I'll do it. You know, there's nothing. You know, I think some people be embarrassed on washing cars and cutting grass and stuff like that, but it doesn't bother me. You know, I look at the bigger picture. Even if I'm cutting the grass for $10 or $20, if I'm washing somebody's car for $20, it all adds up. It all goes in the same pot. I decided to put the barbershop on the block because I wanted the young teens to see that coming from the neighborhood, you can do something. You know, if you open up a store, you have a business, anybody can do it. Lost my house, couple of cars, you know, stuff like that. which is replaceable. You know, you thought that this stuff was like, oh my God, I'm losing my house. It was the end of the world. At first, yes, it was the end of the world. You know, I had moments was like, oh my God, I'm going crazy. I'm losing my house. But it was in foreclosure, and foreclosure is not the worst thing that can happen. So for anybody out there that's going through foreclosure, it's not the worst thing that can happen. I went through the foreclosure process, and to tell you the truth, after I let the house go, I felt so relieved that the house was gone, the bills was paid off. I made some money still. I still walked away with a chunk of change. So I looked at it as a start over. So what I thought was a negative actually was a positive, because I was still able to open up the barbershop that I'm currently in. I'm still here. I think as long as you know, learn from your mistakes and use that money wisely, what else can happen? I regathered myself, and when you thought the world was over, the world's not over. It's just beginning, you know? And even now, I still have hard times, but I get up every day and I still grind, and I think about what I lost and what I'm gaining, you know? And it's like a fresh start. I got to start my credit all over again. My numbers are going up. I learned a little bit more about credit and having credit and not having credit. I save money more. So it was a good thing, you know? It was a hard situation, but it was a good thing. I was able to sit down and talk to the landlord. The landlord gave me a chance. Actually, I'll tell you that story. I actually looked around at a couple places. One day I was driving down a block and I saw a for rent sign. And I jumped out the car and I took the for rent sign off the window. And I called the landlord. And then I set up an appointment, met him, and I let him know that I took the sign off. He was kind of upset, but he let me rock. And he gave me a chance, actually. You know, he asked about my credit and this, that, and the other, and I was honest, and I told him my credit was shit at the time. And we worked out a deal, you know? And this place was a mess. I had to rebuild this whole spot from the ground up, literally. We took off the floor. The floor we lifted up, replaced all the beams. So I really put my heart, sweat, and tears into this place. So it was a rough road, but now I'm here, and I've been here for 3 years. And like I said, I put it on the block. So to give young people a chance. And we just hired one person that lives on the block. He's going to be our apprentice now, and we'll see how that works out. Hopefully we can change his life. This is Will Do Barbershop signing off. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'd like feedback. Please give me some feedback. Let me know what you want to talk about, what you want to discuss, because the floor is open.